Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be having a product review of Ammo's The Weathering magazine. Now this is issue 18 and it is titled Real. So we're talking about real modeling, real life sort of photography, looking at the real subject and then implementing it as accurately as you can, as realistic as you can into the model. So look at the magazine. We've got the usual really nice looking glossy, quite thick, nice quality paper, and then you know, it's throughout as well. Looking through this magazine, we're just going to have a quick sort of rundown, a quick look through. We do have a lot of lovely subjects. For instance, this first one here, we have Takum's 1/35 scale Leopard C2, and this is sort of going on this real life photograph, as we can just see here, and it's all about sort of looking at all the different bits of weathering that's going on the real live armored vehicle we've got here, and then implement it with all the different techniques. So it does go through all these really nice weathering techniques to, you know, get as close to the real thing as possible. So this really sort of goes into a lot of sort of detail with like doing like wet muddy effects and getting your wheels and your track sorted and all sorts. I mean, I love all this type of sort of nice wet mud that's sort of draining down the sides of the tank, and you've got all that sort of dry mud around it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, that stuff does. But yeah, as we go through, there's a bit for everybody. I mean, we've even got some of those railway trains as well, looking at the real reference photos and trying to duplicate it onto the model. Loads of techniques going on with that. Also, as we move through, we do have a nice 1/72 scales F4E Phantom by Hasegawa here as well, taking reference off the real photos, and it does go through. I mean, this one in particular, I didn't quite like this particular technique, in all honesty, but each to their own. This one here is sort of you pre-shade it and then you sand back your pre-shading so as your recessed panel lines are nicely filled with black paint. I personally didn't like that because, I mean, really you just do a panel line wash at the end of the model. I mean, it even states in here that the modeler does go off and use a panel line wash at the end of the model. So yeah, you know, each to their own. You know, we've all got our different techniques and way of doing stuff. I just think that's just wasting time, to be honest with you. But I mean, we've got all sorts of stuff going on here. We've got like the oil washes using streaking and all that kind of stuff. Really cool stuff, nicely sort of step-by-step photos teaching you how to bring this all together. Other things we've got going on here, we do have a Kilo class attack submarine in 1/44 scale by Trumpeter. Really cool kit, and he just absolutely brings it alive. I mean, wow, I mean, it just looks so close. The real thing and the model, absolutely stunning work, and it sort of goes through how to do that and getting like water effects as well. Really good one here for all you Navy guys. We've got sort of like a really rundown chieftain here. Again, you know, goes through all the different sort of techniques to get your model looking like the real thing. I'm sort of going to hurry things up here, but I just want to give you a quick sort of look at what's in the magazine, and if you want to, you know, if you want to go out and buy it, you can. We do have a nice sort of interview with Elizabeth here, who works at Ammo, which is a nice little touch there as well. And then, as always, just a nice bit of advertising, which is what I personally like in general about the Weathering magazines. Now, the price of this is about €8, which is what in English, I don't know, £7 maybe. Which, okay, it is a bit more expensive than, say, your Tamiya magazine or your Airfix magazine. But again, I mean, it's sort of personal preference. I do feel like you are paying that bit extra for a better magazine, in my opinion. I do like how this is more of a, you know, it does show you the models, it teaches you how to do the techniques, what you see in the models, and you do seem to kind of have a lot less sort of advertising. I know Tamiya and Airfix, they do have a lot of ads in there, which is just kind of filling space in the magazine, which I don't kind of like. This magazine seems to be more professional and, as I say, more sort of teaching, less ads, which is why I don't mind paying the extra cash to get this magazine. So it is my sort of magazine of choice, and it is definitely a well recommended magazine here at Genesis Models. So hopefully you've enjoyed the latest release by Ammo of their real magazine, issue 18 by the Weathering magazine. So until next time, my name is Bob Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.